Wednesday, and I have none other than your girl, Hey Weezy, joining me. Okay, I don't know. They might call her Weezy F Baby. Who knows? Who knows? But we here and we live. My girl is joining me, and guess what? Announcement. We have a perfect blend of our two worlds. We have a live stream going on YouTube, on Facebook, and Twitter at the same time because we do this, okay? We run this. So y'all can join us from any platform. If you don't want to be on Instagram, get off of Instagram. Come join us on YouTube and make sure that you are ready to see your girl. So, y'all, my girl is in the building. I see her. We here. We live, baby. I'm about to go ahead and add her. Oh yeah, we live, y'all. We live. Ooh, let's see. Instagram, don't be a hater now. Cause if not, we still on YouTube. Yeah. What's up, Dawi? I swear you supposed to be in class, bro. Is it being a hater? Is it being a hater, Hewan? I think it's being a hater. It's okay, sis. Let me see. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Being a hater. Yeah, she okay. He said I'm on both YouTube and IG. Okay, well, if YouTube gonna be a big hater, we are going to go back onto the YouTube. So for those of you who are not on the YouTube right now, do me a favor, go ahead and go on my link in my bio, click on the YouTube, and then go on over there because we're gonna have the live going on over there. All right, y'all? Yeah. Instagram being a hater. Let me see if I could request her one more time because I see you on the YouTube. They could see you on the YouTube. So you already know. Let's see. Oh, okay. We got it. Because Instagram been a big hater lately.
Literally, I thought they were not gonna allow me in, but we out here. We here,
live, baby. It's so weird because we can see ourselves twice. We're like right here.
I'm
right here. We're right here. So, y'all, in case you didn't know, Uprooted Network has elevated. So you know what that means? We gotta stream everywhere. We gotta do it. Yeah. And because Hewan is fucking social media queen, we had to make sure that we have her everywhere available for you all. So first and foremost, welcome, baby girl.
First and foremost, I would like to say thank you so much for having me in here. It's an honor to be here. Hanna shukor, yakani late, okay?
What? I'm ready. What you mean? One time for the culture. What do you mean? You were requested. You were requested. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. That's
they were like, you know who should be on? Hewan. Why is Hewan? First of all, have you not seen her TikToks? I was like, yes. What do you mean? I've definitely seen her TikToks. They go viral. What are you talking about?
They got that deleted. Wait, can I curse on here?
Yeah, girl.
Girl, they got my shit deleted, so I'm not as active. You know, the finesse and the distance at least, and I like those things. So they reported it, and every time I try to recreate a TikTok or like it just is shadow banned. But I'm not tripping out because you know the advocacy does not stop for Tigray. There's plenty of social media platforms, so I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Wow, I didn't even know that. Like, I knew Instagram was a big hater. I didn't know TikTok was a big hater too.
Oh, sis, TikTok big hater. They worse than Instagram.
Wow, that's insane. So you see, that's why we had to have multiple streams going because we didn't trust none of these networks. So y'all already know. If you don't, this is Hewan, Hey Weezy F Baby. Okay, listen. I'm telling you, sis, people were like dead eyes, like, oh my God, Hewan, I gotta go. Like, they were excited.
Y'all know I'm shy. You're making me shy right now.
No, but you are hilarious and like my good sis, you feel me? And we already said the Bay is in the area, okay?
Bay Area in the house, period.
Yep, that's what your man said, the Bay in the house. He said the
period,
same language. We are that. Bro, you always know a Bay nigga because we gonna let you know where we from.
Bay Area, yes.
You feel me? You see how I have to do. You see how I have to do on this station. They be like, "Oh, but she from." I said, don't finish that sentence with the wrong place.
I'm from the
Bay.
To correct
you. I'm gonna have to correct you. Hold on, we not going there. Wait a minute. No, it's crazy. But It's so wild because I remember when I first got introduced to you, I was like, did I not know her growing up? Because the Bay, like for people who don't understand, is 3 major cities.
Yeah.
In one area, in one condensed ass area. So it is a lot. So we be running around each other, but not, like each other.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. But I was like, but whenever you link up with someone, it's just y'all just get each other. You know what I mean? Like
for real. Yeah.
There's like a code we kind of live by that's just understood. You know, like what's understood don't gotta be said. You know what I mean?
At all.
It's all. We be looking at everybody else funny, like.
It's a Bay thing. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't.
They really don't. It's too funny. So y'all, in case you weren't wondering, if you don't want to be on Instagram, go on YouTube. We're on YouTube too. Y'all, Hewan is the funniest person. If you are not following her, her YouTube is Hewan and the letter T. Okay, you have been vlogging on there, been traveling around the world. I'm just kidding, around the country. COVID.
Hey, speaking it into existence.
No, we speaking all of that into existence because I'm trying to be there too. So y'all, she has been doing the damn thing. It's a lot. You do a lot. You're like, I don't have a title for you. You know what I noticed? Us Bay people, we don't like doing one thing. Like, don't try to box us in. We do a lot of different stuff. So for people literally, we don't know how to function that way. I see our friends are in the YouTube comments. Rivka, Sammy, they said, "Hey, we see y'all. We see y'all." Well, listen. Oh, they said she is a queen. We already know.
Oh, period. Yes. Ruth Hefte. Shout outs to her. She a real one.
Listen. So we had to make sure we had you on here because fashion icon. Okay. Oh. Listen, fashion icon. There's been some times you post. I'm like, damn, sis. Leave some for the rest of us. Goddamn, leave us.
Stop hyping me up, sis. I'm about to fucking start crying.
We gotta let these niggas know. And then your TikToks be having me dead. And then I was watching the vlogs because I've seen a couple. And I was watching the vlogs. And the fact that you got your mom on there, I was like, oh sis, you doing it. Because my mom be playing games with me. How does that work?
They don't.
They be playing games. They be like, what are you posting this? Where is it going? That's like a million questions. That's so crazy. So, okay, for people who don't know you out here in Oakland, the 510, for those people. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
So can you tell them a little bit about kind of what was your uprooted journey? How did you find yourself in our beautiful hometown?
Okay, well, my name is Hewan. For those of you that don't know me, I was actually born and raised in Adi, of Tigray, and then I moved to the United States at the age of 12. Luckily, mom's was already in the Bay, so I came straight to the Bay, and it's been stuck since.
Listen,
it's been here since, and I love it. I'm so appreciative of the Bay Area culture, Bay Area people, Bay Area language, just everything about the Bay. I'm just so glad I ended up out here,
I try to tell people I have traveled quite a bit. There is no place like it.
No.
There really is
honestly not. And we're not even trying to be biased. It's honestly no place like the Bay Area. The culture is different. It's just the vibe is different. You can't find the vibe anywhere else.
Yeah, there's it's an energy to the city. And there's me, I was in the Bay for 4 months earlier this year, and I just didn't even notice because the way time just was flying. But it's there is such an energy, and I needed it because I needed to get my hustle back up. You know what I mean?
It's definitely the right place for it. Yeah,
the Bay will wake you up.
No, for real. Honestly, it will inspire you. It will have you on your shit. Okay.
Yes.
Literally, I'm trying to whisper all the curse words.
No, girl, it will. It's one of those things. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, so you got to take breaks. Yeah. But it's definitely you will not you cannot not be inspired being around that place. There's so many creatives, right? Yes, there's so many different cultures to explore. There's so many people that you get to be around. And then each city has its own kind of dynamic and energy that we really love. And so it's kind of just like, I could see that energy in you because I could tell the way you moving, you out here doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I'm a dabble in
Yeah,
here.
I'm
I'm
just
going
trying
to
to keep
move
my hands in
around.
everything.
Yes. And we love to see it. So for those who don't know, could you tell them just a little bit like, what are the things that you're passionate about and that you're like working on right now?
Okay. Ooh, that's a lot of passions. Okay, but I would
Okay.
definitely, I'm definitely passionate about many things. But one thing I would start off with is mental health. I've been passionate about mental health since I stepped my foot in the United States. I don't know. I feel like I was just born to do that. I feel like it's my purpose. So I'll say mental health. I'm actually actively a therapist right now, earning my hours. I love it. But fashion is also the passion. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, I love fashion. Fashion has been one thing that's helped me cope with a lot of things. I started back in 2016. I was finding myself extremely lost. I was, experiencing depression, anxiety. I don't know. A lot of things were just hitting me all at once, and I didn't necessarily know how to cope with it, nor like I didn't know how to like talk about it because I'm the oldest in the house and I'm just supposed to keep everything to myself and just be strong for everybody else. So fashion was definitely something that helped me like feel beautiful, look beautiful. It just helped me express in so many ways. So I would say fashion, dressing up, looking pretty, it just made me feel good. Like, yeah, I'm that nigga, I'm that
You
nigga.
do it for you. Yes. Let them know.
Exactly, sis. And then fast forward to 2019. I started meeting a lot of women. I started meeting, I just started meeting a lot of people, and I started to notice like how a lot of people are like, they lack self-esteem. I mean, they have self-esteem problems.
Yes.
So I kind of like told myself, hey, why don't you just use fashion as a way of like helping others feel beautiful? So then I started styling. I started to network. I started to talk to a lot of people in college. This is where I started. Arizona.
Yeah.
I went to Grand Canyon University, and then that's when I actually
Arizona,
sis, I was in Arizona. Yeah, I actually love Arizona. I call it my rebirth city. It's literally where I found myself, like rebirth myself. You know, sis.
Oh, I know, sis.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so that's when I started really styling and getting into photography, and it's just been stuck. It's been up and stuck since.
I love it.
Yeah.
No, listen, I tell people, they're like, what, how you go from the Bay to Denver? Listen, I ask myself that all the time. That was not part of my plan. That was God's plan. It was definitely not mine. Okay.
Yeah.
You feel me? I would have chose like New York. I would, like another urban city. Like I wouldn't have chose the middle of nowhere. But what I tell people is that Denver was my peace. So I was able to find myself because I didn't go away for college. Like I stayed in the city. I mean, I lived on campus, but I stayed in the city. You know what I mean? So I stayed in San Jose. And I still got the full experience. That was like the agreement I had with my mother. It was like, listen, I'm gonna be right here, but I'm not gonna be right here. Like I'm not available. Don't be trying to pop in on me. Like none of that. They always be trying to be like, oh, just in case. No.
No. There ain't no just in case.
There ain't none of that. Go somewhere else. Listen, we're not playing that game.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful. So you were able to kind of like actually spread your wings, like figure out who is Hewan outside of like being somebody's daughter, sister, whatever, and like just be like, no, like who am I, and focus on yourself.
Absolutely.
No, I love that. That's beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Zafte. I appreciate
that. Yes. Okay, and then you started vlogging.
Yes, actually. So I love entertainment. I love to talk. Clearly, y'all see that. I just love to talk. I don't know. I just love to be around people. I'm an extrovert.
So go ahead, tell them your sign.
I'm a Sagittarius, if y'all didn't know. Sagittarius, if you're on my bad side, but usually I'm all about peace. But I actually had my YouTube channel for the longest, like maybe since 2016, but I hadn't actually taken it serious because I was not confident within myself. I just felt like I needed outside validation for me to move forward until the war got declared on Tigray. On November 4th of 2020. And then I started to, use that as an incentive to pretty much like start vlogging the protest, start talking about like what's happening in our country. So that way I can show my family members that are like stuck in Addis Ababa along with Tigray, to show them like, hey, like we're fighting for you guys. We're doing this, you know? So that was the incentive behind my YouTube journey. And I'm honestly so glad that I did that. And I'm so thankful for my Dakade, because honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, I don't think I would continue to vlog, because I'm very highly critical of myself. But ever since then, and like with all the support I've been getting from the Katagaru, it's up and it's stuck again. Like, it's just,
listen,
you know.
No, we love it. Like, I was highly entertained. I was just like, okay, because I was there, right? But like, I'm not seeing it from that perspective. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like, from the outside looking in, you know, damn, I would have FOMO. I'm not gonna lie. I would have FOMO too if I was, you know, watching these things, and you're kind of just like, what does it actually feel like to be a part of this? This is history, right? Like, this is our history, and the one thing that doesn't happen is like, we never document it, you know? And so now we have a documented part of this journey that is up there and it's available for everyone to participate in, and we can always reference it. Like, can't nobody ever say, oh, I didn't know about the war. How, Sway? We was in every city. How? What you mean? We were protesting in every major city. Makes no sense. So yes, go ahead.
Sis, you know what's actually crazy? Like, speaking of like referencing it back to the videos, I actually got into an argument with someone via social media, and they were trying to tell me that the Shitopians did not try to pull out a gun on us during the LA protest. And just being able to reference them back to my YouTube channel, I'm like, okay, well, you might want to check out my YouTube channel, because I literally recorded everything. So again, like, just piggybacking off of what you said, yeah, we are not really, we've never really been good with documenting. So documenting it, definitely, agree.
You gotta tell our story, and it has to come from us. Like, it has to come from us, because for so long it's told by other people. Like, when your story is told by the oppressor, let's just be a little bit smart here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if your story is being told by the oppressor, then what the hell do you think they're gonna do? They're not gonna make you look good. They're not gonna do that. Absolutely not.
Like, they're gonna be lying, twisting words, making us look, gaslighting us, basically, in short,
all day long. And so we got to make sure that we own our own narrative, and we're doing that work. But also, there's another part of that I really want to highlight for folks, and what I thought was really the other impactful thing is showing people you can do this, right? Like, you have your camera with you, you know, you be like vlogging, because y'all putting it on Instagram, Snapchat, all this other stuff. It's like a little bit more effort to get like a decent camera. I mean, just upgrade your phone even. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
I recommend this one. It's definitely affordable. It's it's less than $1,000. I mean, I know it's still a lot, but it's the most affordable one.
Yeah, but you're also going to keep it. This isn't something you're throwing away. You know what I mean? This is something you can keep and use all the time. If you want to go low tech, I'm on a phone. We are on a phone, okay, doing Instagram Live, and we're also on a computer on YouTube Live, right? So like, there are ways around it that you can literally participate. Like, social media literally runs our world.
Literally.
Bro, we are doing activism on Twitter. We are live on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to participate, and it's never been so accessible as it is right now. The only thing stopping people is what you were saying earlier, like the self-esteem, right? Like, the confidence to hit play, the confidence to hit record, you know, and actually put it up. It's like two different things. I mean, how many little kids want to be YouTube stars right now?
Literally. It's so many. It's just, you got to believe in yourself. And I know it's easier said than done, but honestly, like, man, like, just ask yourself a question, like, what is the kind of life you want to live? Like, where do you want to see yourself? Let's just start with the next 5 months. Like, you know, what kind of change do you want to make within yourself? What kind of change do you want to make for your family members? And if that starts with you, then it starts with you, bruh. Like, look in the mirror. You can do it.
Yes.
Seriously, just start talking. People are going to judge no matter what. Sis, the amount of smoke I get let me tell you, like, the amount of people that call my family members just to be like, oh, like, لما تايا supposed to go to la, لما تايا is it خدنا la. But see, one thing is, like, my parents know I don't care about anybody's opinion, including theirs if it's negative, like, respectfully, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So because I have this boundary and this understanding with my family members, they support what I do and they know how I am, you know what I mean? And I'm not disrespectful. I'll take their advice into consideration, but again, at the end of the day, like, I am my own person. If Hewan wants to expose her stomach and post it, Hewan is going to expose her stomach and post it, you know what I mean? If Hewan wants to advocate for her people and post it on YouTube, then that's what Hewan's going to do. And I don't mean to talk about myself in third person, but it's just saying to say, like, you got to support you first and then the support will come after, you know what I mean? But you got to support you first.
Yes. You have to. You got to be your number one fan first and foremost. Like, before anybody else, you got to be your own fan. If you don't even like you, how you gonna convince other people to? That don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense, sis.
Like, you got to do it for yourself. Just like you said, I like to dress up and look good for myself because it made me feel good, right? Like, that's number one. That's number one. Like, let's do that together. Like, let's work on this, sis. Like, I'll be talking to myself, like, come on, sis. We gotta do this together.
Listen, if you don't talk to a real nigga, who else you gonna talk to? Okay.
Let them know. Listen, I'm crying. Ruth said, "Nah, I'm your number one fan."
I love you. Have to. That's she a real one.
I'm not gonna lie. You got Callie beefing over you right now in these comments. I don't know if you noticed, sis. You got Callie beefing. They're talking about LA and the Bay trying to claim you. Listen, when you from the Bay, you from the Bay. It don't matter where you go.
Oh God, no matter where you go.
You're always gonna be from the Bay. Yeah. I look at people crazy when they be trying to say other things. I'm like, you forgot where you came from? You forgot where you came from?
I'm from the Bay, Oakland. I mean, you feel me? Oakland.
Listen, we gonna always claim ours. If you see anybody from Oakland make it, guess what? The whole city claiming you.
Literally. And honestly, like, our slang, our vibe it stands out. Like, you can be in any city, in any state, you gonna know when a person is from the Bay, like, period. You know what I mean? So forever from the Bay.
I'm crying. Senai said I'm biased. What you mean? I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding it. I'm not hiding it. That's why I'm confused. I don't know. I don't know what he thought this was. I am not hiding it. They're over here like they think this is a whole Bay slander episode. It might be. Shit. You might learn it too. But it really comes down to that, right? And I think what it is too is that we come from such a place that we're so close to poverty. Right?
Yeah.
Every single day you see people not making it for various reasons. So we gonna go hard as hell for the people that do.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely. I mean? Yeah.
There people who don't see 30, let alone 20. You know, they not even making it out of school.
Honestly, it's the sad truth, but yeah, it's reality. Especially here in Oakland, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's really hard, sis. I can't even I'm just like getting flashbacks and it's really
it's difficult. And I think that's also why we have such an affinity and like why we advocate so hard for Tigray, right?
Yeah,
because we get it. We are the ones out here getting it out the mud. Like, do you remember, like, okay, for you it's different because you were out there and then you came out here, right? Like, I remember for me going out there, people were like confused, like they were like, you're hella normal. Like, I'll be trying to help around the house, like, you know, like I'll be acting like the Saraktenya. And I was like, because when I'm home, nigga, I am the Saraktenya. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like, I am not privileged. Like, I'm privileged in the way that, yes, I get to live in a country where I have like actual like freedoms, right? They don't exist everywhere else. But in terms of my home life, like, no, my mom, you know, for a period, like when my parents split, my mom was a single mom. So I had to help around the house. We didn't have no choice. You got to put up. Like, you got to help around the house. You got to help her do her job too and yours. Get yourself through school. Study on your own.
Yeah.
And you said you're the oldest, right? Yeah. So that's a different pressure. Yeah. So you also got to be a role model in some way. That pressure is crazy.
It honestly is. And I feel like we don't talk about it enough within the Habesha community. I will specify on Tagaro community right now. But yeah, being the oldest is extremely frustrating. And honestly, like for instance, I moved out here when I was 12. So a part of me is like super conservative. Like I am super traditional. I believe in like helping your mama out. You have to like, you know, you have to help around the house because like I did grow up with a single mom as well. So it's like I feel like I was the parent of the house like a lot of times growing up. You know what I mean? Like, so saying to say, I just felt like I couldn't fully live my life because I had to make sure I was setting the right examples for my brothers. So making sure like I go to school, I bring good grades, I come home, I am like, you know, being super helpful, super attentive. And like within our community, there's no such thing as personal space. There's no such thing as boundaries. There's no such thing as like speaking up for yourself or else you're balaga, like, you know what I'm saying? Just it's a lot of those. So me being who I am, I hate being told what to do. I hate it. Don't tell me what to do. Like I have a brain. I can think for myself and try to make the right decisions. If I'm wrong, please talk to me nicely and then I will apply it. You know what I mean? So growing up, like I had a rough relationship with my mom, but now she is my legit best friend. It's just about sitting your parents down and literally just talking to them like, hey, yo, like I don't want to go to nursing school. I really don't want to go to nursing school. I don't want to be a nurse. Like, you know,
I don't like blood.
You feel me? I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. I like blood, but it's like I don't want to be a nurse. You feel me? I'm into psychology and just standing up for yourself, having these talks with your parents, not being scared, because honestly, sometimes like fear can really hold you back from a lot of things. And if we cannot be honest with ourselves nor our parents, honestly, we're not going to make it as far as we think we are. So if you don't want to be a nurse, I'm going to say that especially because a lot of our Habesha parents want us to be nurses, doctors, and lawyers. Just sit your parents down, talk to them. And me being the oldest, I had to do it in a responsible and in a respectful manner. And it was extremely emotional. Like moms was crying, like it's like, you know, like I thought that's going to school. And you know, because I was able to sit her down and really explain to her like why I want to study psychology and why I don't want to pursue nursing, she was able to slowly start like respecting me, start understanding me, and she just had to trust me. And now she's my biggest supporter, you know what I mean? So saying, I feel like I'm talking about a lot of things all at once because I feel like
that's
run out of time.
We here,
you know.
We got time. What you mean?
But you know, saying to say it's just believing yourself and your dreams, because if you don't see that vision for yourself, bro, nobody else can see it for you, period. And if you are the oldest in the house, life will be hard for you, because that's the truth. It will be hard for you, but you just have to have that conversation with yourself and build that resume so that others can believe in your dreams just as much as you do. But you have to be patient. And you got to build that resume, period. And I don't mean by like, exactly, like build it. You got to show them you're responsible. You're capable of going through with psychology if that's what you want to pursue. I'm sure that's what it was for me and you, right? So yeah, just stand up for yourself, have the talk with your parents, and stand up after what you believe in. Like just, you gotta,
that's it.
I don't know. You felt like,
no, that's all of it. It's literally that. Like there was a couple key things, right? Because one, what's the Tigrinya word for psychology?
I mean, psychology. Like if we're saying mental health, I don't know. Like
no, there's no language for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
There's literally no language for it. So like us having to sit our parents down to be like, I want to study this. They like, you want to what? Yeah. It's like it's a foreign concept to them. They're like, I don't get it, right? And so what I've learned too as the oldest sibling is just that our parents, they don't want us to like struggle. You know what I mean? They don't want us to like do things that they don't understand because they don't know how to help us. Yeah. So a lot of times it's not that they just want you to be unhappy, it's that they're scared, like they don't know how to help you be successful.
Exactly.
You know? And so you have to have enough courage to choose yourself, right? You got to have enough courage to believe that like I can do this, I can succeed at this, you know, and it's okay. Support can look different from you, right? Like support can look completely different. Every day my mom called me, so how's your show?
Sis, are you getting paid for it?
Yes. What is everybody like? So my mom will tell you guys, you better go like, share, and subscribe on all of our pages because she is not playing. Like they are like, okay, so what do you need? I don't know. Like they really don't know like what we're doing. They think we're playing on our phone. They think we're playing on the computer. They really confused. They're like, what is this therapy that you do? I'm like, bro, if I wanted to, right? Because you're still working. You're actually working full-time in mental health, right?
Yeah.
And then you're still doing this on the side. So you know what I mean? Like this is your side hustle until it can be your main hustle. And we need to help her and me make this our main hustle, right? Because it literally we're able to reach more people this way than we are in a like a traditional therapeutic setting, for instance, right? Like in traditional therapy, it might just be me and you one-on-one, but nobody's in that session. So you're getting helped, right? But like on the grand scheme, not everyone else is, right? It's just whoever's attached to that person's healing, they will get it, but everybody else doesn't. So we're able to impact so many more people in our community by being public, by being out here, by talking about these things and like exposing the community to all of these different options for themselves. So it's not easy being a trailblazer though.
It's really not. It's the most challenging thing ever, but it's doable.
It's all doable. It is all doable.
Yes,
my bad, y'all. I had to get the charger going. I don't want my phone to die on you, sis. But literally, it's just that's what I think about. So when I was thinking about how do I approach this episode with you, I was like, it's not just like go follow her and be on, you know, like, oh, just go like, share, and subscribe. I could do that in a post. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, like literally, let's think about what is the impact that Hewan is having. Like there are little girls, like aka my goddaughter, you know, that are watching YouTube all day and they don't see people that look like them. And they don't see people that speak like them. So it used to just be in the books. You know what I mean? Like, but now it's like, oh, we're not just combating Barbie doll. They live on YouTube. The kids in our community live on YouTube. All day long. They be playing their little games. They be watching all these Karens, like, you know,
whatever they be watching.
Whatever they be watching. It's not Habesha people though. I promise you that. It's not Habesha people, and there's no one for them to look up to. So what you're doing is like you're opening the door and showing them, oh, you don't have to be like behind the screen just following people. You could be in front of the screen, setting trends.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you.
Just being completely yourself. Like you being completely yourself allows other people to be completely themselves too.
Yes. And you know, with being completely yourself as well comes a lot of smoke. It's gonna be a lot of people trying to project their own insecurities, their own doubts and fears onto you. And I just want to say it's not normal because we don't want to normalize that, but unfortunately it is super normal in this society. So going back to what I said earlier, like you have to look into the mirror and talk to yourself. Like I said, like if you don't speak to a real nigga, who else you gonna speak to? Like for real. And if you feel me, like for like, and if because it took me 24 years to learn this. I'm 25. You know what I mean? So it's okay. It took me 23 years to learn this, and the past 2 years I just have been like trying to heal my like inner child wounds, trying to like relearn stuff, like rebirth myself, and just, you know what I mean, just asking yourself questions. So saying to say, like, try to build a community of people that you can trust, because sometimes our families can be our biggest haters, but you don't have to be stuck with your family members. Sometimes you can choose your family members. Like
that part.
You feel me? Like I didn't start meeting my true friends until, to be real, like until the genocide got declared on us. Like they've been my biggest supporters in this whole, like, you know what I mean? So saying to say, it's like a lot of us desire true friendships, true whatever that we desire, but you have to work on yourself first and be that person that you would be friends with or you would be around with prior to you seeking some real shit. You know what I mean? Like it just starts within.
I think I have that because I got a personal page. This is my public page, y'all.
Yes.
Okay, here's another tip: have two separate areas. Okay, you have your personal life, and then you have your brand and what you're building in your organization, whatever that is, because you do need a little bit of separation. Because if everything you do is public, and then you have to deal with the hateration, holleration, as our dear friend would say. you you gotta keep a little separate something so that you can have your real ones like boost you back up, because it's not easy being in front of the camera all the time. Is not easy. Being vulnerable and being open and transparent all the time is not easy. Somebody got to do it. We have built up in ourselves enough, right? Because the key of what you're saying is you did your self work
Yeah.
before. Let
Yeah.
me tell you, if you don't do your self work before you try to do this, honey boo boo, you will be sad. You will be very sad, because we live in a world that does not love or appreciate Black women, right? We really don't. And they will, and they always do, come for us harder. You got to just know that's the name of the game. And you got to be confident enough to be able to walk through that regardless.
Yeah, absolutely.
All the time. And you said some key things. You have to talk to your inner child, right? Like you got to heal
Yeah.
that. You got to figure out, where is my self-esteem lacking? Where did I learn that? And most of the time that's in your childhood. Almost all the time it's in your childhood.
Literally everything is connected to your childhood. Like, I hate to say it, but like the more work I do, the more I journal, the more I meditate, or whatever it is that I do to take care of myself, it always refers back to my childhood.
Yep.
And like whenever I would pay attention to my triggers, let's just say when talking to friends, when in my last failed relationships, it all traces back to childhood. So it's kind of like, just try to sit with yourself and find a coping mechanism. It could be meditation. I meditate a lot. Every morning I have to meditate for 30 minutes. Like, and then I have to journal afterwards. So if that's not something that works for you, like maybe try exercising. Maybe I definitely recommend therapy. I know you do too.
All the time.
Like I did therapy
like,
too, and it was
please go.
effective. Yeah, like it really works. Let's not listen to like our traditional parents, because they didn't experience it. They're not exposed to the life that we're exposed to here in the United States or in the foreign countries. They're telling us from their experience back home. You know what I mean? They were on survival mode. We're not on survival mode anymore. We're having to deal with a lot of things that we're being exposed to. Like, so again, referring back to what I said earlier, your family members can be your biggest haters, especially within our family members. So it's just understanding, do you love yourself? Do you want better for yourself? And what do you want for yourself?
Yeah.
And reach out to Hannah Ruth, because she be spitting game on Clubhouse. Like for real. She's so like for real, like
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go off.
You have helped me in ways that you don't even know. Like me, I used to talk a lot on Clubhouse, but I transitioned to being a listener because I was like challenging myself. You know what I mean? And honestly, every time I hear you speak, you and Tarhas, like y'all always spitting about like mental health and the importance of mental health, and always like reiterating to mental health and how you guys are always like open and willing to help, and you know what I mean, always like referring people to other people. Like, so I just want to say, like, you guys have been the most supportive and the most helpful people on Clubhouse, on social media, and I'm just so glad y'all ours. Like, I am so proud. Like, for real, you're a real ass nigga. She an Aries, y'all. Period. But she on a cusp though, because she want to say that.
No, Pisces, Aries cusp. Listen, because that's where I get the sensitive gangster from. You feel me? Because the Pisces is the sensitive part. That's the water sign. You feel me? The Aries, that's that fire. You know what I mean? So
I love me some Aries, boy. My mama Aries, and she stay checking me, and I love it.
So because somebody got to. People be out here in the streets reckless.
Literally.
That's all. So like, no, for real, what you're saying is facts, and I think it's nice to hear, because sometimes we don't always get to hear the impact we have on others. You know what I mean? And that's the hardest part of this job. You don't always get to know the impact, but like when you take the time to tell me that, like it hits deep. Because sometimes, like what we're saying, right? This work is not easy. People don't always see it as work. They say it looks fun. How long does it take you to edit a video? Go ahead.
Sis, honestly, truthfully speaking, I'm the kind of person that needs to get it. If I started, I need to finish it. So I can finish it the day I started. But truthfully, like when I first started, it used to take me a week. It takes a lot of mental work to sit there and edit, especially if you're someone that cannot sit down longer than 30 minutes, which is my case.
Yeah.
It's discipline. It takes discipline, consistency, and a lot of like thinking, a lot of networking. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of work. So everybody that's here, please make sure y'all follow my girl. I'm gonna need y'all to follow her, support her, because we're all we got. Real shit.
That's it.
For real.
That's it. And we are literally putting on for our community when nobody else is trying to put on for us. Ain't nobody checking for us. Ain't nobody hitting you up for an interview. Ain't nobody else trying to be like, what you working on, sis? How do I amplify? How do I support you? You know what I mean? Like, that's really what the real deal is. And it does take time and effort, but it's something that you can do. Like, Google is free. You know what I mean? You picked up a camera. Psychology doesn't teach you how to edit a video. Okay. It does not teach you the mechanics. It does not teach you any of that stuff. You also got to learn, like, oh, I got to consistently post. I got to consistently be engaged in these spaces that I'm trying to populate, right? Like, I'm trying to build a community, like a following. Like, that actually takes effort. Like, it does. And you got to choose that. So if for every 20-30 minute video, you're probably at least spending 3 hours, like minimum
of 3 hours,
minimum, right? Editing, doing whatever around it, trying to get like a trailer, a teaser, a post. And we're not even asking y'all for much. We asking you to like
just subscribe, man.
That's
just
it.
Subscribe. Like, subscribe.
Hit a comment. Let your girl know. If you laugh, let us know.
You feel me? It's free. It's free to support y'all. Y'all need to stop projecting y'all feelings and y'all problems onto other people and just try to be. Because if you do good, I promise you're gonna get that back 10 times
every time
more. I swear.
It's literally free. It's literally free to support. That's it. It's like it don't take you no effort to support the people in your own community doing this work. Trailblazing for you, right? So that you can feel seen and heard in these spaces, because nobody else is checking for you. Nobody else at all. So the least you could do is like be like, what she's doing is dope, and I'm gonna amplify that. And I'm gonna support it. If you could go support, how do they say it? Michael Kors.
If you could support Michael Kors, Louis Vuitton, you know what I mean? Like, y'all can support whatever us.
You can support your own. You can support your own as they build and grow, because they're actually building with you in mind. Like, you can't just look at the surface of what people are doing, right? There's 90% of the work that is happening behind the scenes, right? Where you're thinking about, like, what is going to be the most impactful thing I could do for my people, you know? Like, because all of the things you're doing, you're still advocating for Tigray. Yeah. You're still advocating for the people who are suffering. You're not just being a pretty face to be a pretty face, right? Like, that's easy. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When you cute, you could just post a selfie every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. If you wanted to just stick to fashion and like build up your platform that way, you could. And you could get a completely different audience.
Yeah.
Because they don't like to support Black people, but they like to steal from us. So they would definitely steal your creativity, your shine, your this and that. But when you add a message onto it, when you're getting that attention and you're using it to advocate for people, you're going to always get that love back, because you're doing it with a pure heart.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
We love it. We love to see it. You got a lot of love in these comments. I'm telling you.
Listen, everybody on here is literally people I've built such a solid relationship with since the war got declared on us. Shout outs to y'all. I legit love y'all so much, and I appreciate y'all supporting me. Please go ahead and support my girl right here, okay? She's the real. If y'all want some real content, some real energy, some pure whatever, please go ahead and support her, okay? Because it is free. It's not going to hurt your pockets, bro.
It really will not.
It is good for your energy, for real.
It's good for your karma. That's what I tell people. Listen, the way karma works, what you put in is what you get out. Mm-hmm. So you want some love back, you got to put some in. That's just how it works. That's the name of the game, y'all. It's really that simple. We giving you life hacks.
Mm-hmm. Literally life
hacks. So you already know. I told you. You see, you was a little nervous about being live, but look. We already up. We already up towards the hour. So I got two new last questions, okay?
Okay.
So first one is, what advice would you give to either your younger self or someone who might be trying to get into the spaces and places that you're in?
Like I said earlier, where do you see yourself? Let's start off small. Like I started off asking myself, like, okay, Hewan, you have so many interests, fashion, and we have psychology, and I want to be a photographer and a stylist. I can't do all that just by myself, you know what I mean? So what I did is, it's like I started writing, like, where do I see myself in the next 5 months? What am I truly passionate about? And what am I trying to get out of this? And how effective am I trying to be to the people I work with? So for me, the fashion was to make myself good, and I saw how that played out for me. So the next question I asked was, it's like, how do you want to use fashion to help others, and how do you want to tie that to mental health? Because the kind of person I am, I don't want to do things just to do things. I want to make sure it's connected, you know what I mean? Because then I won't feel as productive as possible. So mental health being my number one passion and fashion being my number two, I use fashion as a coping mechanism for mental health. So to start off, start writing your ideas. What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself? And then after that, start believing in yourself. Because again, like, no one can come to you and tell you how great you can be. Like, no one can. Like, you have to be your own best friend. You have to be your own supporter. So like I said, I'll say it again for the last time. If you do not talk to a real nigga, who else are you gonna talk to? And that's yourself. Like, look in the mirror, talk yourself out loud. As a therapist, it's not crazy to talk to yourself out loud and respond. I don't know who told y'all that. Y'all need to stop listening to this idle people. Like,
oof, yes. Let me tell you.
Talk to yourself.
Y'all looking in the mirror, you taking selfies, right? Okay, so if you could do that, just go ahead and open your mouth and say a couple words. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you look cute today, sis. Even when you don't.
For
right?
real.
Like, just be like, you know what, you look cute today, sis. Okay, you working it.
And be honest with yourself too. You know, like, you ain't gotta lie to yourself.
Sometimes I'll be like, you rough, but there are better days ahead. Like, I will tell myself the truth. I'll be like, I'm gonna come back and get you together, but just for today, we're gonna let it be what it is, you know. And but you have to be comfortable in whatever it is. How else do you think I come on this damn camera with a robe and a scarf on? I ain't tripping. Because I know when I look in the mirror on a regular basis, I know what the hell I look like.
Period.
You know, I know what I look like. I know who I am. I am not running from that. Like, because I've done that work. Because a lot of people, do yourself a favor. Don't use a filter all the time.
That part.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one.
It's tricking you, because when you look at yourself without the filter, you confuse, sis. I'm not saying don't use them, period. I'm just saying every once in a blue moon, try it without. Because if you get to the point where you're so like reliant on them, that's why y'all get so shy to be in public.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, they're gonna see me without this. I'm such a catfish. I'm like, well, then stop being one.
No, for like real.
Yeah. Just stop being one. You know, because like the biggest flex and the biggest compliment when I see people in person, you the same. I know. Ain't it amazing?
No, it's beautiful. I love that. I also want to say this, because I love to give credit when it's due. I love how vulnerable you are on social media with your thoughts, with your image. I just love it. Like, I swear to God, I'm not trying to hype you up. Like, I truly
hype me. I take hype.
No, but I just want you to know, like, this is real. Like, you're inspiring in so many ways you don't know. Like, for real. I know me and you just started talking, like, recently. You know what I mean? I've known of you for the longest, but I never actually knew you, again, because I didn't grow up, like, with the Bay Area Tagaru. I just started meeting everybody, you know what I mean? So saying to say, like, you're very helpful and very inspiring in ways you truly don't know. So please keep being vulnerable. Please keep showing up with your bonnet and your scarf, your shash, whatever. You feel me? Like, yes, because you're motivating other people to be themselves, to show their true skin and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just want to give you your flowers for that. For real, because you're a real one and we need more people like you.
I appreciate that. No, for real. Thank you. Oh, I'm crying. I love this. Nathaniel said, I see Uprooted Network being a famous talk show in the future. Hey, bro.
Yeah, amen.
Hey, I accept and I receive. Okay, that's what we're working towards. So I love it. No, literally and truly, I really do. Like I say, I don't I don't do this for no other reason but to serve people.
Amen.
You know?
Amen.
And the more people who get served and helped is the better, right? Like I don't want to be big for me. I gotta be big for y'all. You know what I mean? Like I gotta make myself bigger so that other people can start to see themselves in the way that they should.
Yeah.
And if I could be a testament to that, if me being myself can be a testament to that, to like let you be yourself, then I'm gonna keep doing that till the wheels fall off.
Because
you
we
know,
love people that are themselves. Surely
that's
be
all we
you.
got. That's all we got. At the end of the day, that's all you got. When you go meet your maker, whoever that is, you ain't going with all this other shit. You going by yourself. That's it. So get comfortable, because you're gonna have to face it one way or another. You know what I mean? And I'd rather just live in my truth right now. So ain't no surprises for me. When I come to the end of the road, ain't gonna be no surprises. I'm be like, yep,
I did my duty. I know I did.
I did my job. Can't nobody tell me other than that. I did mine. Okay, I don't know if it's yours, but I did mine. So
period.
That's what you gotta do. You gotta be able to, like, at the end of the day, can you look yourself in the mirror and can you be okay with the person that you are and like how you showed up in the world? And I, you know, that's all we want for everybody. You know what I mean? You on that journey, you doing the work, you getting to where you need to get to. So that's what we want to make sure that we're hyping and supporting. And I love the advice that you're giving. And now we get to manifest a little bit for your life, sis. Okay. So you already know what time it is.
Yes.
Yes, you already know what time it is. Let's get to it. What is it that you want your legacy to be?
Man,
I know.
It's so much.
Hey, but it's not limited. You say whatever you want.
I just the mental health, you know, emphasizing the mental health, especially Abtagrai, like Adina, just I will share my long-term goal. That way I'm like manifesting it too. Yes. My long-term goal is to open my own nonprofit private practice in Tigray, so that our people are able to just walk in and walk out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just nonprofit. I don't want to do this for profit. I don't care for the money. I just want the people of Tigray to really heal from all the bullshit that we're experiencing, especially right now. Like, it's like a lot of shit we've been through, but for the past 10 months, it's just been getting racked up. You know what I mean? So that's my long-term goal. And I hope to God that, you know, we intertwine and just make this a bigger purpose, a bigger goal, because I'm sure everything is for Tigray. So that is what I want to be. I want my legacy to be known for. Honestly, I would just say mental health. Yeah. And just women and men just feeling as beautiful as possible. Just free yourselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Free yourselves.
Now I be playing that. So I played that song this morning. I said, "Free minds." Okay. Listen, literally.
Well, that's right.
Get you some Lauren. Okay.
Yes,
get you some Erica. Get you some India.
Yeah.
Get you. I'm gonna need you to get these people in your life, because you need that affirmation every day. But sis, I'd love that for you, but I love that for us, because that is something that I've wanted to do as well for a long time. So us doing this virtually, we already doing it. Yes, we're doing it. We are setting the groundwork right now. We are setting the foundation right now, because the way that we're gonna get to ID is we got to start normalizing this type of conversation right now,
and break all barriers,
all of them. Like, if we can get the diaspora to start speaking about this, then they're gonna speak about it to their families. So by the time Tigray is free, okay, free Tigray till it's backwards. By the time it's free, we will be ready and able to go back there and start building the actual foundation there too.
Amen.
Because you're starting it right now. And I know you're going to do it. You got the heart for it. You got the hustle for it. You know, you got the connections for it. Okay. Listen, I tell anyone who come on this show, just know I got you. Wherever we're going together.
Hey, I just want you to know it's reciprocated. Okay. I can't speak for others, but we had this talk earlier. For real.
This is a network, guys. I'm not doing nothing in secret. Okay. I'm not doing nothing in secret. This is a network. So if you coming on here, just understand you part of my network. So if I'm going to ID, you going to ID. That's it. If we doing some mental health, you doing some mental health. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I build. I keep these legacies in my mind, because I'm taking y'all with me, because I know I'm going.
No,
I know that
amen.
100%. I
Bro.
manifest that for us all the time. So anybody else who is on that train, we going. You want to be part of the network? Join the club. Hit, you know what I'm saying? Go hit
No,
follow,
bro.
go hit subscribe, get
Yeah.
engaged, because you see the type of work that you're trying to do. So you know where Hewan's trajectory is. You know where she's trying to get to. Make sure that we are helping her manifest that. I know I'm going to do it, but I need at least 10, 15 more people to do it with us. At
Bro.
least. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we really got to make sure, like, there's a population of millions, okay? Millions. We need everybody to get behind this. We need
All of y'all.
everybody to get their mental health together right now. Listen to your sis, okay? She could be doing anything she wanted to do. The fact that this is that important should tell people something. You know what I mean? And I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. You already manifested it. It's recorded. We get to play this back at the groundbreaking. I'm telling you right now.
Baka, literally?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my job. At the groundbreaking, when we are back home at the groundbreaking, I'm gonna have this clip ready to go. Be like, remember when you said this is what you wanted to do? We did that shit. That's it. It's done. It's a done deal.
Amen.
It's already written. It's
I look
going.
forward to it.
Yes.
Literally. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we getting there. And all y'all people who keep trying to tell her, even when she go back to Tigray, guess what? I'm still calling her Bay Area. Okay.
Period. It's only right. You gotta call me Bay Area. What do you mean?
I had to make sure. I had to make sure I irritated a couple people on the way out. You know, like
LA folks.
LA folk over here trying to claim somebody. Like, relax.
No, bro.
When she
Make
doing all
sure
these big things,
they need to subscribe to your YouTube channel though. Like my girl has a YouTube channel. She's about to start. No, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? My sisters, my brothers, everybody that's still watching, please go ahead and support her, because supporting me is supporting her.
Thank you.
This is a package
the same
deal.
way.
Yeah,
the links are in the bios. The links are literally in the bios. Y'all, if you not, click down, click follow, make sure you on both of ours. And I don't know, you may be inspiring me to vlog. I don't know.
You should. I think you should.
We'll see.
I see you. Listening to you on Clubhouse. Sis, you got my 1,000 support. Like, for real. Do it.
We're gonna talk a little bit more about
yeah.
The way my busy is set up, I'm just like, ooh, child.
No, it's definitely worth it.
I know the way my calendar be yelling at me, but I literally was watching your blogs just like, damn, bro.
Do it. I think you'll be amazing at it. Like, for real. You have the voice for it. You have the personality for it. I think the only thing you're missing is just pressing that record button and posting it.
I know. I'll be already recording this shit too, huh?
Sis!
I know. I know. We're gonna get there, because listen, we gotta inspire each other. I'm telling you, we gonna be doing a lot more. I see it already. We're gonna be doing a lot more work together. I got a lot of initiatives on the way that I know you're going to be great for.
Astrology?
Okay.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that. Okay.
Yes. Listen, I got the tarot cards on deck. Listen, all of it. We in this realm together.
Yeah,
so y'all, if this didn't teach you nothing, just ride for your people, bro. At the end of the day, ride for your people, believe in yourself, and build. When you build yourself up, you build your people up. And that's on period. So y'all, let's say a big thank you to our girl, Hey Weezy. Okay, Hey Weezy F baby. Like, I'm just like, I love it. If y'all are not already, you didn't know, now you know. This is Black Women Wednesday. My girl just did it. She did her thing. And thank you for scheduling your life this way so that you could be on here, because, you know, she busy. She booked and busy. So we got to make sure that we make time for each other. And I appreciate you, sis. You are amazing, phenomenal. I know a lot of people are inspired by you. So I'm glad that I got to get you on. Y'all, this was a treat.
I appreciate you for having me. You're just as amazing, if not more, better. I truly appreciate you having me on your platform and allowing me to share my story. And I look forward to working with you in the future. Like, literally, we're locked in.
We are. Listen, when the baby going up, I don't know what the rest of these people doing, but we going up. We going up.
Yeah, and we pulling each other this time, for real.
That's it. So y'all, this is the end of Black Women Wednesday. Tomorrow I will be on Clubhouse. in the morning. We're gonna be up. We're gonna be up in the morning. I think it's 10 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. EST. We're gonna be in Clubhouse. We're gonna continue the dialogue. We in there. You're gonna catch me and Hewan always in Clubhouse. So you gonna catch us in there. And then we're gonna be right back at it next week. So your girl's traveling. I will see you in the Bay next weekend. Hey, or this weekend. Ooh, child. I'm about to be
Sunday.
back in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the city, y'all. So I love this. Thank y'all all. Have a good rest of your nights.
Bye.
Peace out, y'all.
Bye.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.